Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'll be doing another wrestling prediction video. Today I'll be doing my prediction on the upcoming Backlash PLE that will be happening tomorrow tomorrow night actually. I will not be able to watch it live tomorrow night because I'll be working, but I'll be watching it Sunday whenever I can, and then yeah, once I watch it once I watch it I'm gonna do my review on it. And yeah. So far, there are 5 matches. I don't know if there will be any more matches added for Backlash from this episode of SmackDown. I highly doubt it, but you may never know. So far, there's only 5 matches. And yeah, y'all know how I usually do it. I go through each match and then I do my prediction on it, who will win, what the ending might be like, and yeah. But yeah, I don't have any other initial thoughts. Except that I am pretty intrigued on what Backlash is gonna give. Actually, no, I kind of feel like Backlash is gonna be pretty predictable, and that sucks. Whenever I really hope that it's not gonna be as predictable as I think it's gonna be, but I feel like it will be very predictable. But yeah, but hopefully they'll surprise me. But anyway, but yeah, now I don't have any initial thoughts. So without further ado, let's get to the video. So the first match I'm gonna do my prediction on is the match that's most likely gonna be the match that's going to be the main event. John Cena versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. We all know Cena's gonna win. We all know that John Cena's going to win. He's going to be Randy. And, yeah. Do I see any shenanigans happening? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Cena won dirty. Like, he did a low blow. I wouldn't be surprised. Or he... I wouldn't be surprised if he won the same way that he won at WrestleMania. With a low blow and then he used the belt. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I think we all know Cena's going to win. Do I feel like it's going to be a good match? Yeah. Yeah, they usually put on really good matches for the most part. So yeah. So yeah, I feel like it'll be, especially considering it will be like the last time them two will face each other. Unless they decide to go at it again on another PLE. I feel like they're going to try and go all out. But yeah, like I said, I feel like it's gonna be a good match, but I feel like the ending again, Cena's gonna win, and he will most likely win on some shenanigans. So yeah. The next match is the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. The champ Lyra Valkyria will be defending it against Becky Lynch, and I feel like it should be like a good match, if not at least decent, because they had a pretty good match on NXT when Lyra beat Becky for the NXT Women's Championship. But yeah, the feud, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really invested in this feud, if I'm gonna keep it real. But I do feel like it'll be a pretty good, or at least a decent match. Who do I think will win? Becky. I feel like Becky's gonna win, and yeah, and they're gonna use Becky to help elevate that championship more, since they're gonna have a much more of a bigger name having that belt, and yeah, it'll probably lead to maybe better storylines and better title defenses, and add some more oomph and depth into the championship. Because no shade, Lyra's reign, it's not bad at all, but for her to be like the first ever one, they're not really doing anything with her reign. I mean, shoot, they didn't even have her defend the championship at WrestleMania. Do the same thing with Chelsea. When Chelsea was U.S. champion, they didn't have her defend the championships at WrestleMania. They did not have any of the women's mid card champions defend the titles at WrestleMania, and they made history by becoming the first women's intercontinental and first women's U.S. championship. So you would think that maybe that that they should be defending their titles at WrestleMania, but they haven't really done. They really have not had Lara or again Chelsea when she was champion had anything. I mean, I guess you could say Chelsea had a little bit more than Lara because of Chelsea's feud with Michin. But they didn't really have Lara do anything. This is the most substance that this reign has had involving Becky, and that's no shade. And again, it's not because of Lara's fault. It's because of WWE in general. They don't know how to book the championships that are not the main championships in the women's division. And I mean, look how they've been booking the women's tag team championships. The booking of the women's tag team championships have always been not the best. It's always compared to the main championships. It's always been not the best. They don't really get storylines like that, and the storylines that are involved, regarding the tag championships, it ends up leading to beef or feud for the main championship. So it's like, but yeah, overall, again, I feel like Becky's gonna win. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. The next match is the Pat McAfee versus Gunther match. This one I'm excited for because especially after like what happened on the Raw after WrestleMania when Gunther initially first put hands on Michael, and then Pat tried to defend himself and Michael, and then Gunther made Pat pay for it. I'm excited for this match, and I do feel like this will be a good match. Pat McAfee always performs really good in matches. So yeah, I feel like him and Gunther is definitely gonna be like a great match. Just because people love Pat McAfee and of course Gunther is a great heel. So yeah. Who would I think will win? Most likely Gunther. I don't see them having Pat McAfee getting the win. I would be surprised. I'm not gonna lie. They have Pat McAfee beat Gunther, but I feel like they're gonna have Gunther win. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is the Fatal 4 match for the U.S. Championship. The champion Jacob Fatu against LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. This will be a fun match. This will be a fun match because all four of them can go. Like all four of them can go in a match, and they do be having like fun matches, like for the most part. So, like, and I mean like them individually, like Jacob Fatu always be having like fun matches. Same thing with LA Knight, and same thing with Damian. Same thing with Drew. But yeah, I feel like it'll be a fun match. Jacob Fatu is retaining. We all know this. Jacob Fatu is retaining. Simple as that. I don't know if Solo's gonna try and get involved. I wouldn't be surprised. If Solo got involved. They might do something that like Solo gets involved and almost cost Jacob Fatu the match. But Jacob Fatu like brushes it off and he ends up getting the win. Because it's still like planting the seeds of like Jacob Fatu and Solo like potentially like beefing at some point. But yeah, like I said, Jacob Fatu is gonna win, but it's gonna be a fun match. And yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the last match, which will be the Dominic Penta match for Dominic's Intercontinental Championship. This one I feel like will be another fun match because both of them are very talented and both of them can go. So yeah, I know what the ending is gonna give. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be shenanigans involving Judgment Day. They're gonna help Dominic win, and yeah. I'm just more or less waiting. I'm just more or less waiting for Finn to find for Finn to like turn on Judgment Day and like leave them and like him and Dom feuding. But like I said, I feel like this will be like a fun and entertaining match. And yeah, like I said, Dominic is gonna win most likely from shenanigans involving the Judgment Day. Um, but yeah, those are all the matches. Um, so yeah, I don't have any other final thoughts. So that was the end of this video. Comment down below on your thoughts on Backlash. Uh, 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 such such as like which match are you looking forward to, which match are you least looking forward to, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And I see you next time. Bye.